For a long time, being good with money meant following a simple formula. Budget carefully, avoid debt, save consistently, and spend responsibly. While those habits still matter, many people are discovering that financial discipline alone is no longer enough to create significant wealth in today's economy. Rising living costs, inflation, asset inflation, automation, and changing financial systems have shifted the game in ways that reward ownership, investing, leverage, and scalable income far more than simply managing expenses well. Today we will talk about why being good with money won't make you wealthy anymore. So, before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 10. Being financially responsible used to be enough. For decades, people were taught a simple financial formula for success. Work hard, avoid debt, save consistently, spend carefully, and eventually you would build a stable and comfortable life. In previous generations, this strategy often worked reasonably well. Housing was more affordable relative to income, living costs were lower, and stable jobs could support long-term financial security. Being good with money meant budgeting carefully, avoiding unnecessary spending, and slowly building savings over time. But modern economies changed dramatically. Today, many financially responsible people still feel stuck, despite doing almost everything they were told was correct. 9. Rising costs are outpacing traditional financial discipline. One of the biggest reasons traditional financial advice feels weaker today is because living costs increased faster than many incomes. Housing, healthcare, insurance, childcare, education, transportation, and food all became significantly more expensive over time. Even disciplined households now spend much larger portions of income simply maintaining daily life. This means budgeting alone often cannot create the same financial progress it once did. People are not necessarily failing financially because they are irresponsible. The economic environment itself became much more difficult. 8. Saving money alone no longer creates real wealth. In previous eras, simply saving cash consistently could build meaningful security because inflation remained relatively manageable and asset prices were lower. Today, inflation quietly erodes purchasing power while assets like real estate and stocks often rise faster than wages and savings rates. This creates a situation where people can save responsibly for years while still falling behind major wealth-building assets. Saving remains important for stability, but saving alone rarely produces significant long-term wealth in modern economies. 7. Wages grow slower than assets. Another major shift is the growing gap between labor income and asset growth. Salaries generally rise gradually over time, but assets such as stocks, businesses, and real estate can compound much faster. Wealthy individuals often benefit because they own appreciating assets rather than relying mainly on wages. Meanwhile, workers depending entirely on salaries may struggle to keep up with rising asset prices. This widens wealth gaps even among financially disciplined people. 6. The economy rewards ownership more than labor. Modern financial systems increasingly reward ownership. Businesses scale. Investments compound. Intellectual property generates royalties. Real estate produces rental income and appreciation. Meanwhile, labor income remains tied directly to time and human effort. Even highly disciplined workers face limitations because there are only so many hours available in a day. Ownership creates leverage because assets can continue generating value independently of direct labor hours. 5. Financial discipline without growth leads to stagnation. Being careful with money protects against instability, but protection alone does not automatically create wealth. Many people become extremely focused on reducing spending while neglecting income growth, investing, or skill development. Financial discipline matters, but without growth strategies attached to it, progress often becomes slow. Wealth usually requires both control and expansion at the same time. 4. Inflation quietly punishes passive financial behavior. One of the biggest hidden problems today is that passive financial behavior often loses purchasing power over time. Money sitting idle in low-interest accounts may technically grow slightly, while inflation reduces its real-world value continuously. The financial system increasingly rewards active capital allocation into productive assets, rather than passive cash accumulation alone. This is why many financially educated individuals prioritize investing, ownership, and long-term asset growth, instead of relying entirely on traditional saving strategies. 3. Technology and globalization changed economic competition. Modern economies became far more competitive due to technology, automation, and globalization. Companies can scale globally faster than ever, but workers also face more competition, job disruption, and economic uncertainty. Stable middle-class paths that once reliably created long-term security became less predictable. As a result, traditional financial responsibility alone often cannot overcome broader structural economic pressures affecting wages and opportunities. 2. Wealth today often comes from systems, not just habits. Habits still matter, but wealth increasingly comes from systems capable of scaling beyond personal labor. Businesses, digital platforms, investments, intellectual property, scalable skills, and asset ownership create opportunities for exponential growth. Financially disciplined people who never build scalable systems may remain stable but struggle to become truly wealthy. The difference between financial survival and financial freedom often comes down to whether income can grow independently of direct labor. 1. Modern economies reward financial leverage more than simple financial discipline. The deeper truth about money today is not that being responsible is useless. It is that responsibility alone is no longer enough to create major wealth in systems increasingly driven by inflation, asset appreciation, leverage, and ownership. Because the truth is simple. Budgeting protects money, but ownership multiplies money. Saving creates stability, but investing creates compounding. Labor earns income, but scalable assets create financial freedom. And once you understand that modern economies reward people who control assets, systems, and leverage far more aggressively than people who simply avoid overspending, you begin seeing why being good with money no longer guarantees the financial future it once promised. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.